One wrong item in your bag, and boom, TSA pulls you aside. It happens every day to travelers who thought they packed everything right. The truth is, most travelers make simple packing mistakes that instantly get them flagged for extra screening, and sometimes even delayed or fined. The worst part? You probably don't even know you're doing it. Welcome to Fly Logic, where I expose the real rules of air travel, no fluff, just facts. Today, I'm breaking down 10 packing mistakes that instantly raise red flags with TSA. From banned items that seem harmless to sneaky bag layouts that scream, "Search me." These are the exact things that get your bag pulled, trigger security delays, or worse, get you on the TSA watch list. But don't worry, I'm not just telling you what to avoid. I'll show you exactly how to pack smart, stay under the radar, and breeze through security like a pro. So if you're tired of surprise bag checks or holding up the line, hit subscribe and stick around till the end, because number 7 is the one mistake even frequent flyers get wrong. Got a crazy TSA moment or airport horror story? Drop it in the comments, I want to hear it. Let's jump in and make sure your next trip doesn't start with a pat down. Mistake number 10, overpacking your carry-on. Let's start with a classic, overpacking your carry-on. We've all seen that traveler at the gate, sitting on their suitcase trying to zip it shut. Maybe you've even been that person. It's tempting to cram every last item into your bag, especially with airlines charging for checked luggage. But here's the problem. When your bag is packed to the brim, it becomes a nightmare for TSA scanners. Overstuffed bags create what security agents call opacity issues. That means the X-ray machine can't see through the dense layers, and everything inside looks like one big, suspicious blob. When this happens, TSA has no choice but to pull your bag aside for a manual search. I've seen people miss flights because their overpacked bag needed to be completely unpacked and repacked at security. How to avoid it? Pack with intention, not desperation. Leave about 20% of your bag empty. Organize your items in layers, with space between them, so the scanner can easily distinguish what's inside. Think of your bag like a filing cabinet, not a trash compactor. Not only will you get through security faster, but you'll also have room for souvenirs on your return trip. Mistake number 9, tangling up your jewelry. Jewelry is one of those things we often toss into a pouch or pocket at the last minute. But tangled necklaces, bracelets, and earrings can cause big problems at security. On an X-ray, a clump of jewelry looks a lot like a ball of wires or even something more sinister. TSA agents call these spaghetti masses, and they almost always trigger a closer inspection. I've watched travelers stand by helplessly as agents untangle their jewelry in front of a line of impatient passengers. It's awkward, time-consuming, and can even lead to lost or damaged pieces. How to avoid it? Thread necklaces through drinking straws to keep them straight. Use a pill organizer for rings and earrings, and wrap bracelets around soft items like socks. Take a quick photo of your jewelry layout before you leave home. If you do get searched, you'll be able to repack everything quickly and easily. Mistake number 8, turning your tech into a tangle. Cables, chargers, headphones, adapters. Modern travel means carrying a lot of tech. But if you just toss all your cords into your bag, you're asking for trouble. Tangled cables not only make it hard to find what you need, but they also look suspicious on an X-ray. Overlapping wires can obscure other items, making it difficult for TSA to see what's in your bag. Different types of cables, USB-C, Lightning, power cords, show up differently on scanners. When they're all jumbled together, it creates a confusing image that often leads to a manual search. How to avoid it? Use small Velcro straps or rubber bands to keep each cable neatly coiled. Store all your tech accessories in a clear pouch at the top of your bag. If you can, standardize your devices to use the same type of charger. The less clutter, the better. Not only will you get through security faster, but you'll also spend less time untangling cords at your destination. Mistake number 7, misunderstanding the liquid rules. Everyone knows about the 3-1-1 rule. Liquids must be in containers of 3.4 ounces, 100 milliliters or less, all fitting in a single quart-sized bag. But what counts as a liquid? That's where many travelers get tripped up. TSA's definition of liquid is broader than you might think. Peanut butter, yogurt, hummus, gel deodorant, face creams, and even some types of cheese all count as liquids. I've seen travelers lose expensive cosmetics, gourmet foods, and even snow globes because they didn't realize these items were restricted. And TSA agents have zero flexibility. If your container is too big, even if it's half empty, it's going in the trash. How to avoid it? Double-check the TSA website before you pack, and when in doubt, put questionable items in your check bag or leave them at home. Keep your liquids bag at the top of your carry-on for easy access. If you're traveling internationally, remember that other countries may have even stricter rules. Mistake number 6, wearing the wrong outfit. What you wear to the airport can make a big difference in how smoothly you get through security. Bulky clothing, metal accessories, and complicated shoes can all trigger extra screening. I'll never forget the time my wife wore her hair in a sock bun. Security flagged her for a pat-down because the scanner couldn't identify the shape on her head. She was mortified, and it delayed us by 15 minutes. It's not just hairstyles. Metal belt buckles, underwire bras, boots with metal shanks, and cargo pants with lots of pockets can all set off alarms. Even thick fabrics like wool or layered outfits can look suspicious on the scanner. How to avoid it? Dress simply and comfortably. Opt for slip-on shoes, minimal jewelry, and avoid bulky layers. If you have to wear a belt, take it off before you reach the scanner. The easier it is for TSA to see you're not hiding anything, the faster you'll get through. Mistake number 5, burying your electronics. Laptops, tablets, and other large electronics need to be scanned separately. If you bury them at the bottom of your bag, you'll end up holding up the line while you dig them out. Worse, if you forget to remove them, your bag will be pulled for a manual search. Lithium batteries, in particular, show up as solid black masses on X-rays. If they're mixed in with clothes or other items, it's almost guaranteed your bag will be flagged. How to avoid it? Pack your electronics at the very top of your bag or in a dedicated, easy-access compartment. Consider investing in a checkpoint-friendly laptop bag that opens flat, so you don't have to remove your device at all. When you reach the security line, take your electronics out first and place them in a separate bin. Mistake number 4, using the wrong bag. Not all bags are created equal when it comes to airport security. Some bags are designed with travel in mind, featuring lay-flat laptop compartments, clear organization, and easy-access pockets for your liquids. Others are just bags. If your carry-on is a jumbled mess, TSA will have a harder time scanning it, and you're more likely to be pulled aside. A well-designed travel bag can shave minutes off your security time and make your whole airport experience less stressful. How to avoid it? Invest in a bag that's made for air travel. Look for features like a dedicated laptop sleeve, exterior pockets for your liquids bag, and compartments that keep items separated. The more organized your bag, the easier it is for TSA to scan, and the faster you'll get through. Mistake number 3, wrapping gifts before you fly. It's a nice thought to bring beautifully wrapped gifts for friends or family, but wrapped presents are a nightmare for airport security. If TSA can't see what's inside, they're required to unwrap your gifts, even if you spent hours making them look perfect. Metallic or foil wrapping paper, bows, and ribbons can all create opacity issues on the scanner. I've seen travelers watch in horror as their carefully wrapped gifts are torn open in front of everyone. How to avoid it? If you're bringing gifts, pack them unwrapped and bring wrapping supplies with you. You can wrap them when you arrive at your destination. Alternatively, use gift bags with tissue paper, which are easy for TSA to check without destroying your presentation. For extra convenience, consider shipping gifts directly to your destination. Mistake number 2, packing problematic foods. Bringing snacks for your flight is a great idea, but not all foods are security friendly. Dense foods like cheese, nut butters, and fruitcake can look like explosives on an X-ray. Layered foods, like sandwiches with multiple fillings or salads with dressing at the bottom, can also cause confusion for scanners. Internationally, the rules get even stricter. Many countries prohibit fresh fruits, vegetables, and meats, and failing to declare them can result in hefty fines. How to avoid it? Stick to dry, pre-packaged snacks like crackers, granola bars, or chips. If you're bringing spreads or sauces, make sure they're in containers under 3.4 ounces and packed with your liquids. Keep all food items in a clear bag at the top of your carry-on for easy inspection. And always check the rules for your destination before you fly. Mistake number 1, bringing too many bags. Finally, the number 1 mistake, showing up with more bags than you can handle. Airlines may allow a carry-on and a personal item, but if you're juggling a roller bag, backpack, purse, shopping bags, and a jacket, you're creating chaos at security. Multiple bags mean more bins, more X-ray passes, and more opportunities for something to get flagged. TSA agents see this all the time, and it slows down the entire line. Plus, the more bags you have, the more likely you are to forget something at the checkpoint. How to avoid it? Check your airline's baggage policy before you pack, and stick to 1 carry-on and 1 personal item. Choose bags that can nest together or attach securely. Use packing cubes or compression bags to maximize space. Wear your bulkiest items and put smaller items inside larger ones. The less you have to juggle, the smoother your security experience will be. Remember, a little planning goes a long way when it comes to stress-free travel. If you picked up a new tip or realized you've been making one of these mistakes, let me know in the comments. I love hearing your stories and learning from fellow travelers. If you want more insider advice to make every trip smoother, be sure to hit subscribe and join our growing community. I share new travel tips every week, so you'll always be one step ahead at the airport. And if you have a friend who always gets stopped at security, share this video with them. They'll thank you later. Thanks for watching. Safe travels. Until then, may your flights be on time and your bags always make it to your destination.